It's your boy B over here, Grind Time Videos. And this is one that people talk about almost every day. I'm getting sick of this conversation. So I'm going to put my stamp on it and let y'all know where I stand on it. I do not and will not ever think LeBron James is the number one player ever. The best of all time. The GOAT. King James. However you want to slice it and spell it. He ain't there. And I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't have anything to do with MJ going 6-0. It doesn't have anything to do with Michael Jackson. Whoa. It doesn't have anything to do with LeBron's 5 finals losses, even though he did lose to my Mavericks. And I made a little cash on that. It has everything to do with making his teammates better. I, for one, do not think LeBron makes his teammates better. Yes, he does get them open shots on occasion, but basketball is more than just praying and spraying. As we've seen throughout his team's runs, he doesn't get consistency from his shooters, and there's a reason for that. LeBron changes his play style almost every game. Some games he's gonna swerve around the pick and set inside on the low block and wait for some kind of post-up opportunity where he can fade or he can roll in. Some games he's going straight ISO at the top and driving to the lane and running through people to get layups and go to the free throw line. Some games he's rolling off of screens and doing a little hesitation dribble, pulling up. He has a lot of different play styles. He has a lot of moves. And don't take this as a slight against LeBron James. Please don't. I'm a big fan. Not a big fan. I'm a fan of his play style. I'm a fan of his talent. The dude is built like a truck, man. He can do anything he wants on the basketball court. He's not the greatest shooter, but he's worked on it, put in the time, and he's done I'm not going to say a great job. He's done a very admirable job shooting the ball this postseason, 2018. And his teammates are just not that great. But when you look around the league, what team other than the Warriors and currently the Houston Rockets has an amazing team top to bottom? There aren't that many. That's why there aren't that many teams that can win the championship. You cannot win a championship with 5 guys. And most teams don't even have a solid 5 guys. The Warriors have to be the only team in NBA history where every night their starting lineup have all been all-stars. I mean, depending on what. Okay, hold on. Let me put a caveat on that. Depending on if they used the Hampton 5 lineup or not. I hate saying that phrase, the Hampton 5. It's ridiculous. Death Squad sounded way better, by the way. I'm just saying that there are very few NBA teams ever. In fact, I can't think of one. Maybe the Heat. Maybe the LeBron Heat that had 5 current or future All-Stars with 2 former MVPs on the team. Because even the LeBron Heat can't claim that because Wade, maybe he won an MVP, but I don't think he did. Very, very few, if any, teams in NBA history can claim that. Yes, I think Kobe wasn't an MVP at the time Shaq was there, but he would later become one. So you can't even say the 2000s Lakers. Very few teams have had the firepower, the sheer talent that the Warriors have had. They could easily, there's a couple ways you could slice it. They could easily have 4 of the top 20 players in the league on their team. LeBron does not have that. He is a great player on his own. He cannot make a person shoot the ball 50% or 40%. He cannot will on consistency. What LeBron can do is give you what he can do. Yes, assists come from other guys making bad assists. If you keep passing it to somebody, eventually they're going to make a damn shot. No matter what area, what level of basketball you're playing on. Eventually that guy's going to make it. Maybe he just sucks. But when you got Kyle Korver on your team, he's one of the best shooters ever at the 3 ball. He's going to make some shots. But did LeBron make Ray Allen better, or was Ray Allen already Ray Allen? Did LeBron make D Wade better, or was D Wade already D Wade? I would venture he made Chris Bosh worse. He made Wade worse. He didn't make Allen worse because at that time in his life, he was a role player. He actually does not make teammates better. You could put him on any team out there. He's going to take away from the star and bring his own stats. But typically, when he takes away from that star, it's also at the detriment of all the other players that have been built and positioned around that star. Let's say he goes to Milwaukee. If LeBron James goes to Milwaukee, Giannis will never be the same player. He's going to learn from LeBron, but he's not going to grow. He's a player that has the ball in his hand the majority of the game. How can he maintain his growth as a player and evolve to be a LeBron if LeBron's there holding the ball? It makes a lot of sense and it makes no sense. LeBron is the greatest player in the game right now. Yes, there are guys close. KD is, man, as he gets older, the guy's getting better and better. You got guys like Giannis. You got guys like Embiid and Steph. James Harden probably is going to win the MVP. You got a lot of great players out there. The talent in the league has never been this spread out and this good. But LeBron is not the best player ever. I can name 5 off the top of my head that were maybe not more dominant, but they were better players. I mean, if you start with Jordan, he was unbelievable in every facet of the game, other than arguably 3 shooting, which is probably one of the most difficult things in basketball. He was great. He is the catalyst for the current era of basketball. You gotta say Kareem and Wilt, two of the baddest big men ever to play the position. Kareem was unstoppable, and Wilt made them change the rules. LeBron hasn't made them change any rules. If I'm mistaken on that, hit me in the comment section. I gotta say Shaq is better. I'm not gonna say he's a more well-rounded player, but he commanded the respect of the other team at all times, just like LeBron does, but in a different way. Shaq, he made the game he made it easier for his teammates. He sucked the defense in. He commanded double teams. He was unstoppable on the low block until he started having toe problems. I would say Kobe, maybe not a better player, but a push with LeBron. Yes, Kobe was a volume scorer, but when he was on, he was on. You were not beating the Lakers when Kobe was firing on all cylinders. It wasn't going to happen. When LeBron's firing on all cylinders, they'll still get blown out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kobe would have gotten blown out some of those games. But it seemed like to me, whenever he was on, they were untouchable. I mean, Kobe scored 81. Come on, man.